Here we go. All right, ready? Hello again, and welcome to our program. I'm Nate Piggish. Let's get started. In an attempt to win over younger viewers, after losing shows like The Office, Friends, and Parks and Recreation, Netflix just spent $500 million on that 90s classic, Seinfeld. In 2021, Seinfeld will join other Gen Z favorites on Netflix like Frasier and Cheers. In other news, preparing to get fired from his job, a New Zealand worker hired a support clown to feign crying and make balloon animals during his termination. I don't know about you, but that sounds like the best gig a clown has ever had since the dawn of the profession. In other news, apparently what's old is cool again. Gen Z loves Worm on a String. Look it up. In other news, what's on the tip of everyone's tongue? Summer 2020, of course, because that's when the new Devil Wears Prada musical, scored by Elton John, premieres in Chicago. Hailed as the most relatable musical since Cats, it explores being overworked and underappreciated. In other news, $35,000 for garlic? No, not for food, but the world's first cloned kitten. It's an old story retold for modern times. A man's cat died, so he got it cloned by a biotech company in his native home, China. Just like Grandma used to tell it. In other news, several Italian towns are willing to pay you a stipend to move there over the course of 3 years and start a business. That's right, it's time to break out those old idea notebooks. It's time to call up those friends in college you used to get stoned with. Hey, Dan. In other news, Wendy's announced it's taking breakfast nationwide in 2020. Oh, how I wish I could be holding 2 breakfast Baconators in my hands right now. Alas. In other news, Area 51 raid canceled? Not for 2 Dutch YouTubers. Thijs Granzier and Govert... Area 51 raid canceled. Area 51 raid canceled? Not for 2 Dutch YouTubers. Thijs Granzier and Govert Charles Wilmus Jacob Sweep were both abducted by police after being found illegally on site. Police reported that they could read the no trespassing signs, but apparently not the event invite, as they were indeed 1 week early for the event. In other news, celebrity couple alert. Zooey Deschanel and Jonathan Scott from Property Brothers are dating. She, a Golden Globe nominated actress. He sometimes puts spackle on walls with his brother. The couple met while filming an upcoming segment of Carpool Karaoke. Adorable. In other news, an Instagram influencer who recently admitted to faking clouds in the backgrounds of her photos was offered a job by the very same app company she uses to make those fraudulent landscapes. A true case of fake it till you make it. That's all the news we have time for this week, and a lot of news you didn't need to know. I'm Nate Piggish. We'll see you next week.